recording. At least I'll record something. Because literally today was so slow. A high wind. But the heights is calming. Thanks. At least you're getting better. You're very welcome. After a giant bombshell that got dropped yesterday, I think I'm probably going to be sticking around the heights here in another realm that I've encountered for a little bit, just to cool off. At least I know this place is safe from Epsilon and shit. And this place is just... yeah. Yeah, it is. Again, it's honestly entertaining here at times, especially with Illumina being petty to dark. Honestly, this place feels safe. Speaking of dark, is he still down in his area? No. Ah. Oh, there he is. Oh wait, yeah, they technically don't do. What? What? Huh? Even I'm confused by that. What? It's different. I'm entirely different species. Oh wait, technically, yeah. Oh god. Darkest, by technicality, yes, he's a deity, a sword like everyone else, but he's technically still a different species. He what? Can you do that just now? Why? Honestly, when I kind of know with the whole visual thing and stuff, I kind of just hey. I kind of just headcanon that. Right, I kind of headcanon that you all were wearing, like, Grecian togas and stuff that were, like, specifically, like, designed for you all. Yeah. Since you all do still kind of remind me of, Greek deities and such, in a way. kind of just imagined you all wear togas. I can kind of see it. Yeah. I love Dark so much. He's such a goof. Oh, right. Aww. Oh, what? Aw. I was about to tell Link that I imagined all you guys wearing togas, but guess. Oh, wait. Guess Dark forgot the word for heights. Lou, stop, please. Please. Stop. Lou, please, stop. Why is snow tiny? Illumina, that's enough. That's enough. Oh, wait. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, no, 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 wait, wait, wait. Wait, it's the... Okay, I think the door... Okay, the door's locked, so... Nearly had a heart attack there. Nope. Why is that tape so loud? So, right. Walls. Walls. Do Lumina, calm down. What do you mean, don't interfere? Oh, of course. Why did he say it like that? Doesn't feel... I feel like Illumina's gonna pull out his sword. Moonlight, think you could tone it down a notch? Don't want anyone getting hurt. Wait, what? Ghostwalker wasn't always blind? Is that true? When? Oh. Why did Illumina say that he... they basically challenged each other to board games and stuff. Not full-on fist fights. And very awful insults. Yeah, but it feels like it's getting like more frequent. I know, but still. Darkheart's fallen apart before, from what he's told me. There goes Link. Linked. You know he doesn't like being called Link. Still trying to find a better nickname for him. Feels harsh, like very harsh. Feels like every time that Illumina and Dark are here when I'm around, they got more aggressive. I thought Dark is being mature about it, but they technically need each other to exist, in a technical sense. Can't have darkness without light, and vice versa. Right. Also starting to feel like Lumina is like inflated ego, kind of. Arrogance and such. And I know Dark is also trickery and such. Dark won't fight back. Won't defend himself if things escalate. Hmm? No! No! Evolve past comprehension. Oh! This person gave them to you. Okay. Oh! Alright. That's very sweet of them. You make fun of my advanced language. did he say it like that? Wait, really? Huh. See, just stop. There went dark. I get the petty fights, but every time I was here with you and Dirk, you've been taking things too far. Did specifically? You just want entertainment. siblings should hear this. Ah! Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, I'm fine. Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I know about the anti-heights organization that was around. I'm aware that it's a very high likely chance that Lucy was a part of it. And I also know that there was a high chance that Lucy's death was staged. I know, it just makes things slightly easier. I know that the key to the church was down in where their main base of operations is. I know that there's another base of operations right underneath the place where and right underneath where everybody enters the heights. And with the key to the church being in literally where the main anti-heights base is, makes me have a theory that your priest, or at least someone that worked at the church, was a part of the anti-heights thing. What do you mean? I mean, yeah. I understand that. He seems very kind to me too, but you didn't make any other immortal mortals outside of him and Lucy, correct? Well, through yeah, what I've been calling a sub-realm of a glimpse into the past. I don't know if there were any side effects for it, but uh, it seemed like there was someone that was planning with Lucy and such. I couldn't make out any details of said person through the sub-realm and such. I just knew that it was someone that was working alongside Lucy, and they were looking at the cage that leads to Ghostwalker's soul realm, mentioning about something hopefully working. No, nothing. there is a sub-realm at Darkheart's place, but it's just that pit. Last time I was there, I couldn't exactly explore it well. I was kicked straight back to the heights the moment I got deeper in. And look, I know you have a big, big grudge on Darkheart for probably a lot of the things that happened in the mortal world. But you guys are there's, from my perspective, there's possibly no point in holding a grudge. Yes, you've probably had valid reactions when it happened, but a lot of time has passed since then. And oh my... So? Look, being angry about it, yes, it's valid, but holding an entire grudge for who knows how long? That's just... And being like... And yes, you can be petty about it. Have board game tournaments and such. Argue about it over board games and such. That... I know. I get it. But... Look, insulting him to the point where you're basically trying to cut him down with your sword, it just... That's going too far. Like, way too far. There is an Eye of Sonoris here. It's fine. Oh. Okay. Did I make him mad? Like, excessively mad? He'll be back. Okay. I don't know if it was like visual. I might have. Okay. But but in my personal opinion, from an outsider perspective, it literally did seem like he was going too far. Even with the stuff that I've learned. Still seems like Illumina is going too far. Yes, it was valid for him to be mad for, like, maybe a couple of months when the thing happened, but... And I know time works differently here, but it's literally been, like, centuries and stuff since the Roman Empire and shit. And there he is again. chance? Because the... Look, why did I get a warning? I didn't curse! It's been a... I would have told at least wind and... Alright, alright. I would have told at least wind. Honestly, probably today. And I know I've at least shown you, Wind, and Ghosts that the place existed. The anti-swords place. Half of the places and sub-realms and such that are found, most of the time I get Uber's help. And I believe Lucy's death was set up. And that they had a plan for Lucy potentially to possibly come back or something, or hell, maybe even planned for her soul to be stronger than the normal ones. I know. And there is one thing, but Wind, do I have permission to tell Illumina about it? The whole ghost situation. Soul situation. Right. The trauma can do that to a person. And yes, you all aren't mortal or deities, but you all aren't mortals and such, but you still have emotions, feelings. I doubt any of you expected that any one of you could have trauma and how it would affect any of you at all. Kuru? I don't know what that is. A mortal disease. I've never heard of it. You know, saying stuff like that makes me want to look into it. Oh! Oh, kind of like... Oh. So it's more physical than emotional. Gesundheit? Are you alright? Usually, that only hurts with dark. Yeah, I know you sneeze, but usually the sneezing only hurts with dark. Fair. If you don't mind, I do have a small theory. Oh, with 5 stages of grief, rage comes with it, which can explain actions, seeing as and such. But there's also depression and bargaining and such. And with the brain, well, mortal brains, there's things that happen when someone experiences grief, an excessive amount of grief, or extreme trauma and such. One of them I need to look more into, but is technically selective amnesia, where someone basically suppresses certain memories and such. And again, just a theory, I'm not entirely a psychologist or neurologist, but there's a possibility that Linked was suppressing so much that it has caused him to lose possibly more memories than he should have, or is causing his memory recall overall to be very shoddy. I'm aware of what he did. From Subrealms, you guys, and everything. But there's more to it. From what I've seen in other Subrealms. I feel like someone wanted one of you swords to lash out to a degree. And Linked seemed to be the easiest target. Again, that's what it seems like to me. The people within... I know. Jesus, fuck! What the fuck? Was that just a hallucination or what was that? It visual hallucination. explanation, I guess, of him turning into a giant bug thing. Okay. From what I've seen, I think there was a bigger plot to all of it. Okay. Okay. Just tell you. And Anne's trying to find me. Yes, please, please, gods, please. And please don't speak in old English. Hugs. Oh gods, I'm having the worst heart attack of my life. But most of this is theory. But from what I've seen, it seems like the anti-swords wanted you all gone. And I think they... Yes. And I think they were smarter than you all, thought them out to be. You know how Lucy was manipulative and such. You know a few of them. You know how Lucy was manipulative and such? I believe that was a whole part of the plan. Lucy manipulating literally, potentially even all of you, but making Link fall in love with her, making Link have strong emotions for her, and then ripping those emotions away and causing Link to lash out and such. And yes, I get it, he might not have been as nice as I think, but hear me out here. Causing Link to lash out to the point where other mortals were fearing him and potentially connected along the line, I can't find the words, fear all you guys to the point where the mortals were willing to try and collectively be rid of you all and no longer worship you all. But with how the mortal world turned out to be, it backfired on them. You guys didn't disappear, and in turn, the mortal world is just gone. A few were frozen, but it overall backfired on them and all of that. But with the whole Lucy coming... Yes, it always bounces back, but with the whole Lucy coming back and such, and again with the key to the literal church being inside the anti-swords room, anti-heights room and such, meaning that there's a chance that the priest could be involved in it. Again, might have been stolen. It's still a theory. But with the whole Lucy coming back and stuff, there could be the chance of her potentially trying to start it back up again. Start back up the plan and such. Just in a different way. I know, but like you said, she is manipulative, and there were at least some mortals that were trusting her. I know she didn't lead it. Yes, she's manipulative and such, but Someone else had to have led it. Just so concerned. Because there's the potential, with mortals coming back into the heights and such, and with manipulative Lucy being around, there's a chance. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but there's a chance that history might try to repeat itself. Yes, that doesn't... Yes, but that doesn't mean that people won't be manipulated. Plus, not everybody knows the whole color distinction and such between souls. I know it does. But again, there are some mortals out there that are extremely stupid. And you've probably... Chukis is more of the insane type. And yes, Snow might be a good example. But again, there's mortals out there that are gonna come in and... Okay. Sorry. Right. But there are mortals that are probably gonna come in that are not gonna be well educated on the happenings around here, that are gonna possibly ignore warnings, even if they're extremely blatant, or hell, maybe even just be filled with hate and try to start up an anti-heights thing all on their own. I don't want you all to be paranoid and constantly worrying about if the anti-heights are gonna be popping back up again, but I'm just saying now that there is the potential and the possibility. Yes. However, there was a literal post-it note in there saying, and I quote, "They're all dangerous." Hi, Aunt. Yes, but you know how people can be. From my home realm, an entire group of people thought that being in love with the same gender, with someone with the same gender as your own, would corrupt youths and be extremely harmful to people, all because of their own beliefs. I know, right? I mean, you're connected to me and technically Aunt through the telepathy and such, but just... people can have like twisted views of the world and can be stubborn enough to not listen to fact. Like, there's people out there that think that vaccines cause autism and such. Legitimately. Yeah. Mortals can be very, very, very stupid. Humans can be very stupid and do extremely, extremely dumb things to try and get their way. Extremely reckless and dumb things to try and get their way. To try and protect the world as they would see it. And as an opening, if it does seem like mortals might try to attack you all in some way, shape, or form, or that your realm might end up destabilizing and such, I myself am giving you and the rest of the swords invitations to Rosie's home realm, the homestead. I would go with my home realm, but I literally can't go back there, so. I mean, we can try. There is a realm hopping deity that I've met. If it's possible for them to exist outside of their home realm, then maybe there's a chance that you all can. I would suggest one other place that you all could take refuge in if possible, but the only person that's ever been there at least like once is Ant. Anyways, that's all I know of so far. And guys, I need to take a break from realm hopping for a bit because I don't know if it would, or at least need to sleep or something, because I'm pretty sure I visually hallucinated Illumina being this giant beetle thing. Like, it was. And you should have seen it. It was just. Yeah! What the? Yes, like that! What was that? What do you mean hard to explain? Shouldn't I be like completely insane if that were the case? It's just a more godlier abstract form, like a biblically accurate angel or something. Biblically accurate sword. That's how I'll put it. So, Beetle Illumina was just him being biblically accurate. Okay. Firefly. That was a firefly? That thing was a He turned into a giant firefly. That was horrific. You be glad that you missed it. Actually, you'd probably handle it better than I did. It's fine. I'm still like 3 months into actually being able to realm hop, and only like 1 month in and being like 2 months into actually realm hopping outside of my realm. I'm still new to all this. I don't. The only reason why I believe that Ant wouldn't be faced by literally anything and everything is because he has been realm hopping way longer than I've even existed, probably. You have no idea how old Ant is. I have no idea how old Ant is. Ant's lost track of how old he is. He really is. I'm surprised he's sane. For the most part. No offense, Ant. Illumina's still slightly putting me off. Yes, I know he's meant to be the leader and stern and stuff, but the whole shifts in personality and emotion and stuff, it's extremely jarring still. Basically, but with you, I gained trust in stuff. We gained trust from each other. Meanwhile, Illumina kind of lost it a little. One, because it was so jarring, and two, I've seen how he's been acting with Darkheart and stuff. Overall, honestly, I'm worried that it'll quickly escalate into... It's nothing against him, it's just... He's literally caused me to be more afraid of him. And to lose some trust in him. Not attempting to hurt me or threaten me at all. Yes, we can't, us mortals can't die in here, but I still feel pain. And the more godly form, that... Possibly. Snow might be wanting to be involved. If you wish, I'm pretty sure all the serious stuff is done and over with. Oh god! Gotta turn on my graphics to see more of that. Not that high. Oh boy. Welcome to the serious island. The jump pads are always so finicky. But welcome to the serious island, where mortals get dragged over for serious questioning and serious talk. Oh boy. Winged, no! Well, the serious talk is over. You can ask whatever questions you wish to Wind or Ant. Or me, I guess. I don't really have anything else to talk about. So, outside of the stuff that's been happening at the homestead. Oh. Actually, Snow. Remember last time we talked and stuff? Yeah. You wanna go ahead and ask questions? And here. How? If you didn't join a cult, how did you learn all your magic? Surprise interview! I can just... hold on. Stop and start recording.